Hey YouTube, this is 1990 Hardy One here, and I'm gonna review Wrestlemania 19. But before we get to that, last night was Hell in a Cell, and you know, my real thoughts on it, were basically it's just another normal pay-per-view. There wasn't too much special about it besides Cody Rhodes getting that the new well, it's not really new, but the old school Intercontinental title with the logo there, I believe that WWE logo there. And the ending, you had that riot, or riot, whatever you want to call it. Just, it's like Night of Champions or anything else. It's just normal. Normal pay-per-view, my thoughts is alright. But, this is WrestleMania 19, March 30th, 2003, Safeco Field. I guess that was one of the main matches there, Hulk Hogan and Vince. This one, this is, I believe it's the only it's 2-disc, the only WrestleMania with like a baseball field. It's at Safeco Field in Seattle, Washington. It's a 2-disc. This one I bought. When I bought this, it didn't come with the insert. I bought this brand new. This is a 2-disc. They had a record. What was the record? There are 54,097 people. Safeco Field. Basically, it's had the Kurt Angle Brock Lesnar match. That's where Brock Lesnar did that the shooting star press and somehow didn't break his neck. That was a good match. Stone Cold and The Rock. That was where Stone Cold didn't know if he would do the match because he took some energy drinks and some other stuff, and he didn't feel good. He's rushed to the hospital, but he made it back in time to wrestle. I don't know why there's a glare. There you go. Hulk Hogan and Mr. McMahon. It's a street fight because Hulk Hogan didn't. I guess he was getting mad at Vince, and he was all tired, and they wanted to do this little storyline where, Hulk Hogan was working for Vince for a while and all that stuff, and they had a match. That was one of the main events there. Those three were kind of the main. The World Heavyweight title between Triple H and Booker T, this is one of Booker T's pretty good matches. Gets a title shot, and Triple H wins, Who didn't see that coming? HPA, Shawn Michaels, HBK, and Chris Jericho. This match, I believe it's like 30 or 40 minutes long. It's a real long match. I like Shawn Michaels' entrance on here. He has the little confetti guns. There's one, I think it's on the left side when he's going down the ramp. I don't remember which. I think, yeah, it's one of them. It didn't go off, but he gets in the ring and does his pose, and his pyro is behind the. It's kind of like not on the roof, but it's like open, and it's like on the ledge deal, and it goes off. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, that match was really long. I think it was like 30 or 40 minutes, something like that. I can't remember. Then the triple tag match, the world's greatest tag team, Trey Haas and Shelton Benjamin versus Los Guerreros, Eddie Guerrero and Chavo, and Chris Benoit and Rhino. Pretty good match. There's the women's title, Victoria, Trish and Jazz. They had a feud going on. Jazz was, she was a pretty big, muscular person. Undertaker and Nathan Jones versus Big Show and A-Train. If people didn't know, Nathan Jones was that Australian wrestler that came for WWE for not for very long. What happened is, I think Big Show and A-Train took out Nathan Jones, so it was just Undertaker. It was a handicap Undertaker versus Big Show and A-Train. Limp Bizkit was there live and sung his theme song. It was pretty neat. They went in the ring. Undertaker came out. and Matt Hardy and Rey Mysterio in the Cruiserweight. If I'm not mistaken, this was on like Sunday Night Heat. This match was free. It wasn't on like I think it wasn't on the pay-per-view. It was like on Sunday Night Heat or something, because I remember watching that for free. It was kind of high flying. He's with the Shannon Moore, the V1 gimmick, the MFer. uh, um, all in all, this is a pretty good movie. Got the little side there with the 2003. Anyways, this was one of the top matches. This is starts 2003 off with a pretty good year. It has The Rock. He's been doing the movies, and this is one of his last matches before he does the movies, and then Shawn Michaels. Let's see. I think he's only been during this one. He came back in 2002, so he's only there for about a year. I still that Brock Lesnar Shooting Star Press was insane, man. And then on the SmackDown versus Raw, the SmackDown Here Comes the Pain game, you can do that Shooting Star Press. Brock Lesnar has that move, except he lands it on this game. But yeah, this is a pretty solid card. It has, I don't know how many. It has quite a bit of matches, and then it shows and then when after the Stone Cold and Rock match, the next pay-per-view, Backlash 03, Goldberg comes back to face The Rock. How that, everybody know how that went. Goldberg returning since WCW went out of business. But yeah, it's a solid card from top to bottom. That's right there, Hogan and Vince. Everybody thought, they wouldn't face off, but they did. Right there's the, what is that, the Needle? Is that what it's called, the Needle? It's right by the where the Supersonics used to play. That's where they go for Raw. They had the pay-per-view there last couple months ago. But anyways, yeah, it's a 2-disc. Go out and buy it, it's Wrestlemania. It's you can find it pretty cheap. It's pretty old, but yeah, I guess that's about it. If anybody, yeah, the Street Fighter was 20 years. I forgot to mention that. It's the 20 years he worked for Vince for 20 years, and all this build up and stuff. This one on I reviewed the WrestleMania 20 already, but on the WrestleMania 20 they have the behind the scenes from this WrestleMania 19 right there. Not very much else to say, but it's solid pay-per-view. It's 1990 Hardy 1, and I'm out.